2, 1, 0.
What's up, Vikings fans? Welcome back. This is House Calls, brought to you by your host, Skoldoc. This show is brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk, and joining me as always is my co-host, my man, Dave. Missed you, man. It's been a few weeks. Good to be back.
Yeah, I had just something going on last week and couldn't avoid it.
Life, man. It's life. And I think I had an add-on case the week before that, so it's been like 3 weeks since I've gotten the chance to talk with you.
Oh, didn't we have we had a show in between those, I think.
Oh, maybe we did.
Yeah, we had the off week, on week, off week.
Good call. So here we are. The Vikings are 3-3, 500 football, and we've had to endure a shit sandwich of a season so far. Probably lucky to be 3-3. And when you look at the opponents that we've lost to, the Falcons at home, who had a weird game when they lost to the Panthers, but other than that, the Falcons have been very good this year. Beat the Bills in their own stadium. We lost to the Steelers, which at the time didn't feel great, but they've been playing really good ball, minus the loss to the Bengals, which was kind of funny. With Aaron Rodgers getting tackled by his own left tackle on prime time, and he got super pissed off. That was just great television.
Celebrating, guy tackling him.
That was awesome. And then this latest loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, who lost 2 in a row coming into our game at US Bank Stadium. We were coming off the bye. They were coming off the mini bye. We were talking off camera about how we had that game, like easily had that game. The plays were there to be made. I think Kevin O'Connell called a fantastic game outside of, and I tweeted at this, during the game, outside of 2nd and 1 from our own 6, like just run the football. And we end up getting 3 points on that drive. We couldn't punch it into the end zone. And, that is something we'll talk about on this show, but red zone offense for the Vikings has got to improve. And I think it all starts with the run game inside the 10, just run the damn football. But other than that, I guess broad strokes here. What are your thoughts to the Vikings 3-3 start so far this season?
Well, before I do, I'm gonna blame myself. Right before I'm at the fan club, got my family with me, and I lean over to the guys and I go, "What if Wentz beats the Eagles?" And then right after that, pick 6. Pick 6. I don't have to worry about that.
What's up, Dan?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It could be worse. We could have lost to the Bears, and we killed the Cincinnati, and we had to barely come back against Cleveland. So, and Cleveland just killed Miami, and I know Atlanta just lost. They didn't, honestly. I don't know. They just can't figure out how to score, I guess. I don't know, but with that, the weapons they got, I just don't get it.
They're so up and down, Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the way they looked against the Bills was fantastic. And then I was not feeling well Monday night, or was it Sunday night, to stay up and watch that Atlanta game. So I didn't watch it. But I was surprised because I started George Kittle as my tight end, and I woke up and saw that he had a 0.
I was facing Kittle.
Okay. So I looked at the snap counts. He played like 90% of the snaps. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, oh, he didn't play. No, he played. And then I saw the video the next day where he goes, blame Kyle Shanahan on that one. Not my fault.
I was in the game plan. The walkthrough, it looks like I was going to have 150 yards, but But yeah, I was up 12 points, and he had Kittle and Walker from Seattle.
Oh,
and
wow.
Combined, they scored like 3 points.
Wow. You got lucky, my friend.
So happy. He had Bo Nix scored 43 points for him. Most of it in the fourth quarter. I was loving life until that fourth quarter. Yeah, but Kittle not scoring a point, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, give him some grace. He's coming back from an extended absence. Yeah. Daniel wants us to pour on Wentz, so let's oblige our friend here. Wentz stares at CJ Ham wide open, intentionally grounds it with a shovel pass to no one. It was wild, man. That Spider 2Y banana, they said it on the broadcast. That's your first read. There isn't a guy within 10 yards. CJ Ham probably walks into the end zone there. Easy touchdown. There was another play beautifully designed play where Addison's in motion to the right, hide him behind the line of scrimmage, and then you snap the ball as he exits out to the left. He's in the flat for a wide open walk-in touchdown if you just give him the ball. Wentz throws it 3 yards behind him, nowhere close.
We were commenting how he was off at the beginning of the game. He was just, and that happens. I mean, there other otherwise, I mean, ultimately out, and then out the pick six where he was, getting hit while he was throwing the ball. He didn't. I don't know if he's trying to ground it or whatever. I don't know, because he wasn't getting it to his receiver. But yeah, if he had more time, he has Jefferson probably open, but he doesn't have the time, and he throws it anyways. He should have just ate it. And honestly, he learned from that lesson, because later in the game he did eat it when he didn't have people open, and did make the mistake. But yeah, he had some bad, like you said, some bad throws there.
Then he had the pass to Addison on the busted coverage, and if he just puts it out in front of him, it's a touchdown. And he throws it to the sideline, and Addison has to do a circus catch just to get the ball for a nice gain. But it's like these throws lost us the game. I mean, they did. Like, he gave the Eagles 7 points, and then he missed like 3 easy touchdowns. That's the ball game. Defense could have been better. Of course, defense could have been better. We did stop the run well. Maybe we sold out a little bit too much against the run. I don't know. Maybe Saquon has something going on.
More like bracket coverage or double coverage on the outside. Learning from the first touchdown they got, right? No, it didn't happen. They were manning them on the outside, and they had been beating us on the comebackers. And then, sure enough, late in the game, let's go do a stop and go again and end the game. And then obviously, what's his name? Devontae Smith, just pure speed,
toasted
beat us on a post.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts was awesome with his deep ball. He was great.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Honestly, I think his receivers ran through the ball. I think earlier in the year, A.J. Brown just gave up on a play, and if he just keeps going, he has a wide open touchdown in a previous game. So, they learned from that, and, he was just laying up and having them run under it. Perfect.
Daniel says that Wentz reminded him of Sam Darnold. To me, Wentz reminded me of Nick Mullins. Like some wow throws, like, oh wow, that was a nice throw. Like
ballsy throws, right?
Yeah.
Mullins had ballsy throws.
And then moments where it's just like, what were you doing there? Like, what made you throw that football?
I was just talking to my brother, and I was saying that our McCarthy has a stronger arm than Wentz. For sure, I think.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Wentz definitely has a stronger arm than Mullins. I think everybody has a stronger arm than Mullins.
Just a Super Bowl Vikes says the Vikings need to run the football to beat the Chargers, 120 plus rushing yards for the win. Get the ball out of Wentz's hands. What do you guys think? Well, we were going to do our Chargers breakdown. I think we just started the show with getting some general vibes with how the season's gone so far. But it's a great point there. We get Aaron Jones back. That was announced today that he's coming back for this game. So that'll be a nice boost to the running game. You don't have to lean solely on Mason.
I think especially in the receiving game.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to help my fantasy team at all.
No.
George Mason.
Missed throws, short throws, ER throws. He had some hospital balls for sure. George says that Mullins had an arm. I don't know about that one.
He does not have an arm.
I don't know about that one, buddy.
It's not a thing. It's fake news. But, we didn't run the ball enough, I think. I think should have ran the ball more, I think, and I don't get it.
Dylan had a good question there. Who do you start at center? That was a really bad game by Brandel.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter's a Pro Bowl player, but 6 pressures at the center position. That's Garrett Bradbury numbers there. That's tough to do.
Yeah, my one of the guys I was sitting next to, he goes, Kai, I've been liking Brandel at center. And I was like, and I ruined it again. I said, yeah, man, we may have a center. And then boom. Yep. It was like play after play.
And then that snap made the field goal like a 50
Oh,
some yard field goal.
luckily we got a good kicker.
Yeah.
I was like,
We're
oh
lucky to
god,
get on that ball. We're lucky
yeah,
to get on that.
could have been worse. 1-yard
So
ball.
they got to figure that out, man. Let's see. He said, yeah, I believe he had his hands under the football when it came loose. That should have been a touchdown. What do you guys think? I thought that was a touchdown. He's talking about TJ
Yeah,
Hawkinson's.
so
I'm not
here's my
gonna
thought.
lie.
I
I
was
watched the play and I thought it was incomplete. That's my reaction to it.
so on the angle from behind, off to his, from the 20-yard line, looking behind him. It so when he when the ball hits the ground and you start to and when it moves and you readjust, it's not a catch. Just
Mhm.
that's the way they call it every time. You kind of hope and wish that you like maybe one hand kept it tight, but
Right.
no, it significantly moved, and I was like, this is getting called.
Yeah.
So I'd have to disagree on that, but
So
I
like
know I just from experience of seeing all these these calls, it's not going to go the receiver's way when it
yeah.
hits the nose of the ball hits the ground and then you roll over it and it moves. It's just not going to get called a touchdown.
So Daniel's my guy, but I'm gonna have to disagree with him on this one where I don't think we can blame Hawkinson at all for that play. He's
I was amazing attempt at
he's
the catch.
he's on a full sprint, completely lays out, full extension, grabs the ball, brings the ball in. There's no time to turn his body and land on his back, so he lands on his chest. He does his best to secure the ball. It does not move upon initial contact with the ground. It's kind of after he bounces off the ground, it kind of moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Hell of an effort, dude. Like hell of an effort. But
Yeah, I wasn't blaming Hawk. He did have a drop earlier in the game, but it was almost like luckily he did drop it. It's like
yeah. I
um
I felt like Daniel says that they're not using Hawkinson right. I felt like this game was finally a glimpse of, oh yeah, that's how we use Hawkinson.
yeah,
Where
I
he
think
was less chipping and more so running those routes over the middle and getting him the ball like as the check down option. Um it looked better. And I mean, both of our tackles were back, right? That was a big part of it.
Thielen had a drop early that would have been a first down, and yeah, that doesn't bode well for him. He used to be he's like a lock at it, drops too many drops this year for Thielen.
I think the running game needed to be better against the Eagles. Would you agree? Like the running game wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good enough.
Here's my deal. We got the outside zone, whatever. We are not good at stretching the ball.
Mm-mm.
Every long run has been
Power.
Mason bounce, going through the tackles and then kicking it out every time. And it hasn't been a design, just pitch it and go. That has not worked all year long. Something's different. He needs to block it different, whatever, if he wants to keep doing that. Maybe Aaron Jones makes a difference with that. I don't know. Maybe that's his game, but it wasn't when he was healthy. We weren't running to the outside very well then, too. Every good run has been through the tackles. Almost every. I can't even think of a significant run where we designed it to be outside the tackles. I can't think of one right now. There may be some. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, disappointment.
It's odd though, because we have like excellent tackles, really good blocking tight ends. CJ Ham, you'd think that the stretch one would be our friend, but I agree with you. Like everything that's hitting right now is like a counter or a power or a duo up the middle, right? Man gap scheme. So that's interesting. Daniel thinks that Aaron Jones looks slow to begin the season. Hope he isn't over the hill now. We'll find out. I mean,
well,
I agree
again,
with you.
Talking about how we're bad at the outside run. That's all they used him as.
Mm-hmm. He was quick down the field to catch that touchdown from JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. He's a mismatch for linebackers for sure.
We need to get the screen game going too.
Yeah.
And Aaron Jones, we miss him in the screen game. TJ Hawkinson is not the tight end that you run screens with.
We had one good screen to him. I think it was in the previous game, and then we tried it again, and he didn't get anywhere. I don't know if it was I'm mashing 2 games in together, but I remember in the same game we ran a screen that worked good, and then we ran it later in the game when we needed it, and it didn't happen. Yeah, I mean George Blunt. I mean, you'd have to blame KOC. That was my biggest pet peeve about him in the beginning. And I felt like he did make an adjustments like in his third year to run the ball a little bit more creatively, but he just forgets sometimes. I think he just forgets sometimes. There's other coaches that do it too. The Buffalo Bills got Cook, and they do not give him the ball the last 2 games, and both games are losses. And again, I'm a little biased. He's my fantasy running back, but that's why I notice. It's like give him the ball, give him the ball. They just won't give him the ball. They rely too much on their quarterback, and KOC does that. He relies too much on his quarterback.
Did you guys see the Lions fans crying about the Wildcat play that the Vikings took from the Lions? The one that Mason scored on. So that play starts with Wentz under center, and he motions out to the right, and he comes to a complete stop before they snap the ball.
Yep.
They snap the ball. Mason looks over towards Wentz like he's going to throw it, and then just takes off to the pylon. And there's a lot of Lions fans tweets from like big accounts saying, "Oh, but that's a penalty on the Lions." You know what I mean? And then everybody was like, "Yeah, but just like they said on the broadcast, the quarterback has to come to a complete stop like Wentz did. So just, follow the rules next time."
Is that the thing? Is that a quarterback, if he goes in motion, he got to stop?
They have to come to a complete stop.
Okay, yep. I didn't. Yeah.
So did you watch the Lions Kansas City game last week?
No. Did that happen?
That's what happened. The Lions were in the red zone. Goff started under center. He motioned out left, and he never stopped in his motion. He kind of did like a fade motion where he just kept going out to the left. Montgomery took the ball right away in the backfield and just tossed it out to Goff like a little screen, and Goff scored. And they called a penalty because he didn't come to a complete stop. And so the Lions fans were salty about that, right? Like they lost that game. That touchdown got wiped off the board. And then the Vikings ran the same, window dressing type of play, and they bitched about it because they still don't understand the rules.
Yeah, they don't. They don't understand the rules. They're a pretty fucking good team, though.
Really good team.
And we were wrong.
Yeah, we were wrong.
So wrong.
That would be pretty sweet to beat them at Ford Field in a couple of weeks with JJ McCarthy, first game back. Beat his, Michigan wins the national championship in Michigan or for Michigan, and then beats the Lions. That'd be pretty sweet.
How about Jalen Redmond? He's it. He's him, I think.
He needs more snaps. I don't care what you're paying Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. Those guys have significantly slowed down since week 1. I saw a tweet that said they both combined for, it was like 15 pressures or something in week 1.
I don't even know they exist.
And since week 1, I think they have 15 pressures between the two of them in games 2 through 6 or whatever it was. So they've really slowed down. But yeah, Jalen is really good. He deserves more time.
Javon Hargrave, 1 total tackle.
Javon Hargrave had a really bad PFF grade against the Eagles.
And the other guy you mentioned,
Jonathan Allen.
He's got 4. And he has half a sack.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Allen. Eric Wilson, sack and a half. Wow.
Eric Wilson had another good game. Did you see Ivan Pace log 0 defensive snaps?
Really?
0.
I didn't notice him, yeah.
Straight up benched.
That's what he doesn't fuck around, does he? The D coordinator,
no.
Flores. If you've done or haven't played well, you're benched.
He don't give a fuck. He's gonna sit you down. I wonder if Harrison Smith played more. I feel like I saw Harry on the field more against the Eagles.
I think we play better when he's out there, man. I do.
I do too. I think there's more disguising going on. I think they fit the run better. Something I've noticed with Harrison on the field. He's probably
that's the thing. Remember we were talking about Cashman coming back and make a big difference in the run, and sure enough, I mean we held them to 45 yards. I think Barkley wasn't going anywhere.
Dallas Turner flashed on some plays, says Daniel. I saw them drop Dallas Turner a ton. Did you notice that too?
I was being very social in this last fan club.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I would watch Dallas Turner line up and they would drop him half the time.
I mean drop him pass coverage.
Yes.
Okay.
And there was one play I remember watching where he was going up against Lane Johnson and he's kind of stunted for a while and then tried to go around the edge. And I feel like he got held. I think that was on a touchdown, by the way. And I just need him to develop something other than just trying to go around the tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my complaint at the beginning of the year. And his sack was a cleanup sack, and it's apparently only half a sack.
Yeah. I know he's an athletic specimen. I know that they're using him in coverage and things like that, but I need him to have some true pass rush win rate ability this year. I'd like to see it this year. You know what I mean? Like, show me something on tape.
And I mentioned earlier, Isaiah Rodgers got burnt a couple times and not good, but it's like he was trying to sit on the first down route and then just, stop and go got him.
Yep.
And good throw by the quarterback, right?
To be fair, that's a zero blitz, so you're expecting that ball out quick. And
what does he do? He lobs it.
Yeah.
And go get it. And that's a design play.
Yep. A good call, good execution. Tip my hat to the Eagles on that play.
Ballsy.
They knew our tendency in that instance is
and they set us up all game.
Yeah.
I think
Flores is going to be aggressive, especially earlier in that game. We got burned on a 8. We rushed 3 guys and dropped 8. And Metellus got burned deep on AJ Brown for a touchdown.
How do we? And again, he motions out, and it's man. You can tell it's man, and you're like, you motion AJ Brown out, and it's Metellus man on man against him. I'm like, time out.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking time out.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Metellus is very good in a specific section of the field. I want him in the box.
Yeah.
I don't want him in deep coverage. I feel like he's a different player downfield. Well,
I mean, Mike Evans burned him 3 years ago at the home opener, just one-on-one with fucking Mike Evans, and just burned him for a touchdown. I think there's a lot of good about his game, but one of them is not facing the number one receivers out there. I just don't think it's not going to be his game.
Yeah.
He was put in a bad situation. It's not necessarily his fault all the way, but put him in a bad situation.
Yeah. Just a Super Bowl Vike is wondering what our quarterback preference was back in that draft. I think both of us were both big Drake May guys, weren't we?
I was warming up to him. I did not want to mortgage the future on it. He's actually better than I expected. So I can't say I was a Drake May guy, but I got why we were kind of targeting him. I was probably the single voice that I knew that was thinking Bo Nix was good. I would be happy. I would be fine if we missed out on everybody and we got him later in the draft. Sure enough, he goes like 13th or something like that or whatever. But people would talk about like, oh, he just throws behind the line of scrimmage. No, erase all those behind the line of scrimmage plays. he still throws for 3,000 yards or more. So his game was not just throwing behind the line of scrimmage, and he's strong and athletic and plenty good arm. I mean, you know how I think he threw 58 miles an hour instead in not 61 like McCarthy or 62, but 58's fine. You know, yeah, I was fine with Bo Nix. I even texted the guys I used to do a show with. I go, Bo Nix. He killed me, man. He had 43 points against me in fantasy. But
I was a big Drake May guy. I didn't know how much mobility Drake May had, and he's bringing that to the NFL. Drake May's been awesome.
I was Jaden Daniels, but I knew we wouldn't get him. He was my number one guy.
Yeah, I just knew that he wasn't, escaping the first 2 picks. But yeah, I was that guy that said trade 3 first-round picks for Drake May, make it happen. And
I wouldn't have cried. I would have understood.
Yeah. I thought the Patriots. I was really harping on the Patriots for ruining Drake May. Like at the time, I was like, "You're gonna ruin this kid. Like, don't take the quarterback before you have the stable to support him." But to be fair, like Drake May has really fought through their shit sandwich of a roster, like offensively around him, and he's looking really good this year with old man Diggs out there. And what else? Like they're not even using their electric rookie Travion Henderson this year. They're using Ramondre Stevenson, and Hunter Henry. It's like good on that kid. I was really against Bo Nix. I saw him and I thought Christian Ponder. I didn't see the arm strength. To be fair, like in his NFL games, like as I watch him now, he definitely has a better arm than Christian Ponder for sure. And pretty accurate. I like his decision making a ton.
I like his personality. People talk about JJ McCarthy as a alpha type of, quarterback. Fucking Bo Nix is alpha. When he's no nonsense in interviews. I saw him interview and I was like, oh, so I liked him even better. But I just watched film. I just watched the games. I played the games back and I'm like, what are these guys fucking talking about? There's Minnesota Viking news people who are just dogging him like he's shit, like he's a 5th round pick. And I was like, okay, no, 2nd at worst, late 1st, and it'd be pretty cool if we ran out and we traded down and got him in like 20 something, right? But he didn't. He wouldn't have lasted. He wouldn't have lasted. I was a big Penix guy too. I
was a huge Penix guy. I think the Vikings would have liked. This is just my speculation, but the way that Penix throws the football and the way that KOC likes to call the game with those deep in routes, I think they would have taken Penix over McCarthy.
He might have one of the quickest releases in the game.
Yeah,
we wouldn't think of how lanky he is, but he has one of the quickest releases in the game.
But McCarthy and Penix were kind of like in the same tier for me at first. Like when I was watching college football, I thought
I leaned to the
Penix was
guy.
better. Yeah, and then Thor got me all in pretty much to JJ McCarthy, and it wasn't just him. There was the other guy who's always on Collar's show, the draft analyst. He always has on. He liked JJ McCarthy as well. So I mean, and that's a good segue into kind of what I wanted to bring up about this season is like at this point, Dave, I would like to make the playoffs. Of course, as a fan, I would like to see my team make the playoffs. But if we don't make the playoffs, I just want to see the kid play, man. I've been itching to watch him play. I don't even care if it doesn't look great.
This team, we thought, a Super Bowl contender, but now we're like, we're fighting. We're going to be fighting for a wild card spot, and if we do make the playoffs, okay. But the way we've played, even on defense, it's not a Super Bowl team right now. Could it change? Yeah, sure. We could pick up steam and get everybody healthy and get on track again. At any point, we got all the weapons, we got all the players. Just some guys, or some guys like you said, Allen and what's Hargrave, just haven't played up to what we thought they would. But and on offensive line, just the offensive line just hasn't been healthy, right? So if that comes back and we make a run, great. And can we do it with JJ McCarthy? Yes. Again, I was talking to my brother, and we both feel like right now, Wentz gives us a better chance, mainly because McCarthy was out all last year, and then he plays 2 games, and now he's missed 4. Right, so it's like, could he step in and play good? Sure. Is there a good chance? Is it a 50-50 chance? I don't know. And he did struggle. So it's like, what, can we do it? Can we make that next step with McCarthy? I don't know, but at this point it's like, yeah, I could see us just wanting to see McCarthy, give him some time, have him come into camp next year. See, I want to see him more in preseason than one drive. I don't know about you, but I'm okay with the way O'Connell goes with it. I get it. I want him. I don't want him playing at injured. I want him playing at 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to. I don't want the kid out because of injury. I want him playing 100% healthy, and I think that's what I think that's how they're treating. He could play right now, I think, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to put him out there hurt.
Yeah, we talked about this off camera. All the comments point to he's going to be our quarterback starting at Detroit. Coming off the mini bye after this Thursday night game against the Chargers.
And that'll be good. He gets a whole week of practice, and
yeah, we'll see how their secondary is by that time. They have the bye week to get a little bit healthier. The Lions do right now. So you're catching the Lions off a bye week, playing them at home. It's going to be a tough-ass game for the Vikings for sure. But it'll be exciting just to watch JJ McCarthy play again. And
Madison back. He knows he has a good running back and that we can hand the ball off and get some yards. And, he's got all the weapons. And if both our tackles are healthy, and he didn't have Darisaw, it's like,
yeah,
it's a difference. He could actually come in and look a lot better than the first 2 games he did.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough environment. Good defensive line he's going to be going up against. It's going to be a tough test for him, but he got the week 1 win on the road in a NFC North Division rival. So we'll see if he can do it again against the Lions.
That was a hell of a fourth quarter. That's amazing. I was like, holy shit.
And a big part of that was his mobility, like running one in. So, that's why he's got to be healthy.
I called that the call of the game. I called that the call of the game, man.
I think we should talk a little bit.
I was sitting there pissed off, though. I was like, what are we doing? Shotgun. What are we doing in shotgun? Oh, okay. Design run play for the quarterback. Got it. Okay.
Nice.
Good call. Faked me out.
I think we should break down the Chargers game now. Look into this week, this Thursday night. I just have a good feeling about it, man. Like, this isn't a team in the Vikings that really loses a bunch of back-to-back games. I saw a tweet that said Carson Wentz is 7-0 on Thursday nights. I think the Chargers offensive line has been banged up. I don't think they have a great running game right now. So, you got Justin Herbert's a really good quarterback, and they have a good wide receiver group. But I mean, if we can pressure the Chargers, we can force some turnovers again, because that's what this defense needs. We haven't had a turnover since week 3 against the Bengals.
So last week, this week, I mean, whatever, this on Sunday or whatever, he had another 450-yard game or something like that. The last time he did that was against us, like week 3. So of 22, I think it was. But they kind of mirror us where they make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what kills them. And
I don't think their run defense has been good this year. So that might be a game where we can get on track. And their run offense isn't there either. Because the Commanders kind of, beat them pretty good at home. And the Commanders have not been a great football team so far this year either. So I think this is a bounce back opportunity. You just need Wentz to play at a baseline level of don't lose us the game, man.
Just don't turn the ball over. And I think it's a win. And our running backs are holding on to the ball now, so that's good.
That's a good point. Yeah. Khalil Mack is back for them, but I mean, we got great tackles, so I'm not super worried about that addition. I think I did see that Joe Alt might be coming back. That's a really big addition for them. That's big for them in
Because they were
terms of,
missing their starting left tackle, and then he moved to left
yeah.
tackle, right?
Yes. Rashawn Slater went down really early this year. Season ended in patellar tendon injury, I think, right after he signed. Yeah, right after he signed a deal. So they moved Alt to left tackle. He was great. And then he got injured, a knee injury, I think, and he's back now, I believe. It's kind of funny. I forget who it was last year. The Vikings played a Thursday night game, and someone came back from an injury, and I thought to myself, that's interesting to have someone come back from injury on a Thursday night on a short week. They come back. Of course, it's against the Vikings, right? Like,
right.
We got Aaron Jones coming back from IR, but kind of different because that's kind of a week thing. That's like a rule. You know what I mean? It's not like an injured player coming back on a short week to play the Vikings. It was Rams. Daniel was right. It was the Rams, and
I
remember
Puka
last
Nacua
year
came back.
It was Puka.
And crushed us.
That's right. I remember the Bears and the Packers got to face the Rams without Puka and without Cooper Kupp. And they both took care of the Rams pretty easily. And then we
face both of them.
Puka comes back and on a short week to play us, and they beat us. So
Cooper Kupp was playing too. He didn't have the greatest game, but Puka Nacua just killed us.
That was where I was like, really? Like on a short week? And he just killed us.
We lost to two teams that year. Yeah, last year. Rams and the Lions. Twice. Both.
Yep.
Crazy.
Dude, kudos to Sam Darnold. That guy's balling out. I'm not going to say the Vikings made a mistake. I absolutely still don't believe that because we just picked a quarterback in the top 10. You got to roll with them and see what you got. See if he's your franchise guy. But at the same time, I did not expect Sam Darnold to look this good for Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would like revert a little back to old Sam Darnold, but no.
Oh, I just thought that he would be
rid of weapons,
more.
Right? I didn't think he had.
Yeah.
Najigba dunked, got a 15-yard penalty.
So JSN has been amazing there for him. He's put it up deep. His deep ball has been so great this year. Easily the best deep ball thrower in the NFL, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he was good with us.
Yep. But he's playing well under pressure this year, which has me surprised. He did that rollout thing to his, that like circle thing he does when he's pressured, where he just kind of runs in a circle and you hope he doesn't get. Yeah.
Or the sack fumble.
He did one of those things again last night when I was watching him, and it worked for him this time. He rolled out to the left and got a first down. But when he tried that again,
it didn't work on the touchdown.
No.
Gave him a chance back in the game, but yeah.
I'm
so glad they didn't give it to Walker.
George,
they had the ball on the 1 yard line, and they brought Charbonnet in. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. You guys in the comments, give us a score prediction for Thursday night. Let me know what you're thinking. So right now, the Vikings are 3.5-point dogs. Being on the road, short week. The over-under is 44.5. I'm going to take the Vikings in this game. I just got a feeling, man.
Yeah, the way the Chargers have been playing,
I think our defense forces a couple turnovers.
I'm sitting him. I'm playing Daniel Jones ahead of him this week. And that's coming off a 29-point game for me. And Jones only had like 23, and they faced each other, right? That's who they played, was the Colts.
Dan expects a Vikings win 24-21. That sounds right. I like that prediction.
It means we got to score some touchdowns.
Yep.
That's good.
Wow. George expects our defense to just shut them down 24-10. That would be nice, dude. That would be nice.
Yeah, as long as we don't play like prevent or go back into a shell again. But yeah,
We need a game from our defense where the defensive line just obliterates the offensive line, because I don't think, other than the Bengals game, we haven't really had that yet. And in the preseason, our defensive line looked like unblockable. So I'm just wondering, where did that go?
yeah. I think we miss Van Ginkel. I think.
Yeah, I agree. When he's out there, he makes a difference. It sounded like he was close to coming back, so we'll see. I wonder if he'll come back. I bet he'll be back for the Lions game.
I mean, this is another must-win game.
Really. They're all must-win.
Yeah, pretty much all the way out. But anytime if you go below 500, it's not good. I mean, that's not good. 4-3, still in it. The freaking Packers coming back and win, that pissed me off.
Yeah, I guess the Cardinals team. Do you see the Packers plane couldn't get off the tarmac for like 6-7 hours?
No.
They were jet lagged. Their plane had mechanical issues.
What was the quarterback? Jacoby
Brissett.
So I picked up Uber driver. I pick up random people with just start talking to me about football, and I picked up like his best friends. Like they were in town while he was training in the off season, and they were talking about how good he is and how he just feels like he's not getting a shot, and every time he plays he's good and he's a winning record, and it's like this kid's good. And they were talking on the game. Here's this chance to go down and win the game and just change his story, right? Doesn't happen, but he plays good. He's a good player.
My buddy texted me during the game. He said, "Is Jacoby Brissett playing Kyler Murray out of a job?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Is he?" I wasn't watching the game at that point,
that's what
but
they
I
were
was
saying
like,
on the radio.
I was like, "Is he playing that well?"
They were saying it on the radio, Sirius XM. I didn't listen to the whole game. I only caught the end of it.
That's like 3 in a row now where the Packers, they've come around with the win over the teams they should be beating, but it has not been impressive.
I don't know if I ever told this on the air, but like I picked up Jalen Redmond's college roommate, and it's like, yeah, shit, he's doing good, man. He's surprising everybody. I'm like, yeah, he didn't even play football until he was a junior. He played basketball. So yeah, random people.
Give me your score prediction for Thursday night. Who do you got?
I hate doing this. I think our offense is gonna. We're gonna score some points. I'm gonna go with 27 and 20, 27-20.
Yeah, I like that range. Like Dan earlier said 24-21. I think that
I just don't like close games, so I don't pick close games.
I think the Chargers will score points. Justin Herbert's a good quarterback. They got good receivers, a good offense. So I'm gonna give them like 20. I'll take the Vikings to edge them out. 24-20.
I just know we're gonna kick 2 field goals at least.
Yeah.
So I went 27. I just feels good to have a kicker. He wouldn't have missed all year if it wasn't for a wire in London.
The wire. Seriously, it's a great point. Yeah, man, he's a good kicker.
Like anybody stand out? I mean, Justin Jefferson looked frustrated, like he wasn't getting open, right? So that was sad, but
the way that the Eagles
Jordan
defense
Addison didn't have trouble getting open.
No,
Jesus.
no, and that's why. Like the way that the Eagles play Justin is very similar to how the Bears always play Justin. They have like 3 dudes shadowing him at all times. That's why Addison's open on these 7 out routes over and over and over, because they're just playing single coverage over the top of Addison. So
let him get burned. Keep getting burned.
George thinks our secondary will redeem themselves. I agree, man. Our secondary
Yeah.
has been grading so well this year, and I think they ran into the Eagles playing good ball because they asked Jalen Hurts after the game, like, "Hey, what was different about this game? Like, what was different about the passing game?" And Jalen's like, "I don't even know. I can't even tell you right now." And I think what was different was just that they played a team who played zero blitz. Brian Flores zero blitzed them. And like you said, they threw the ball in the air and the receiver ran underneath of it and they caught the ball.
Yeah.
That was different. Like when the you know what else is different though? This was actually key. We should talk about this. There was like 3 times in that game when the Vikings had them to 3rd and long and they let them convert. That was huge. Backbreaking 3rd down and long conversions. You cannot do that. That was a problem. This defense has been great at 3rd and long. And I just feel like there's probably a couple calls that Brian Flores would take back. Maybe wasn't aggressive enough in those situations to get them off the field.
And I think like Xavier Scott's cooled off as a like a fan favorite to like make when he made the team. It's like, yeah, I looked at him in preseason. But I think Aaron Jones is an upgrade. It's just I mean, they probably still might use him as like a running back, splitting out to wide receiver and stuff like that. But Aaron Jones is gonna help, I think.
Especially like you said in the passing game.
And he's a good blocker.
Yeah.
Protection.
Screen game, releasing the flat, choice routes over the middle.
Right.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. He gets one-on-one with the linebacker, they're done. It's just
George said not enough pressure. I saw that was a tweet from one of the beat reporters. Maybe it was Will. It said based on watching the Eagles game, the tape, one thing really stood out: not enough interior pressure from us, too much interior pressure from the Eagles. And I agree. That stood out to me when I watched the game. Now you're playing Jalen Carter, understandable, but we paid our guys, like we paid our dudes. They need to pressure the quarterback up the middle. That's what you're paid to do.
Oh yeah, Carter. Who was the guy from Georgia?
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
He was out there stopping the run against us. He's not as much of a pass rusher as Carter is.
Yeah, like he was one of the guys when we drafted Lewis Cine that I thought we could take in spot 12 that we didn't do. Yeah, Jordan Davis, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah, Jordan Davis had like one of the best combines for a man his size, and he's been okay. He hasn't been great. I thought he was the next Linval Joseph, but he's just been kind of fine. Jalen Carter, though, has been an absolute
I thought he was
beast.
the number 1 pick. I thought he was the best player in the draft, Jalen Carter, when he came out.
Yeah, and the Bears passed him up. They traded down, and I was like, oh, shit, they traded down, and they're still going to land this guy? Then they took Darnell Wright. I mean, good tackle, like decent pick at right tackle, but shit, Jalen Carter is.
I was like, he's the number 1 pick in the draft.
Very, very good.
If they don't draft quarterbacks, he's the number 1 guy.
He fell because of character concerns and
it was like the fucking
issues
Eagles
with
got
the police. Yeah,
like the fucking Eagles got him. What?
Yeah, of course. How did that happen? Of course. All right, man. Well, I got to run. I got to prep for surgery tomorrow. But great to be back.
I don't have to prep for surgery.
Great. I got 2 cases tomorrow. Tough cases. So great to be back. Great to talk Vikings, talk ball with you guys. Skull Vikes. Good luck on Thursday.
Hope his patients aren't Bears fans.
They probably are.
Probably
being
are.
in Chicago. But I give them my best effort. They are forgiven. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. We'll break down hopefully a Vikings win. And maybe we have some more information coming up on JJ McCarthy getting closer to being QB1.
Yay.
That'll be great. All right, Skull guys.